Hi, I'm Josh, and this is Cars and Joshy.
Welcome to Cars and Joshy. I just got a product review and usage video for you today. This is called the Percy's Wheelrite wheel and tire simulator, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to work that to get the right size back spacing and tire diameter and all that stuff for any aftermarket wheels. All right, everybody, what I got here is basically I got tired of the wheels that I have to mock up and roll around on. Getting tired of them having the wrong offset, the wrong back spacing, and rubbing the fender here every time I'm trying to do something. So finally broke out this tool called the Wheelrite. Picked it up from Summit a while back, and these are 245 35, I believe, 245 35 20s. Let's see. Yeah, 245 35 20s. I want to go with 18s. So what I did was I took this wire here and I wrapped it around the profile of this because I want 245 35 18s. So it should have the same profile there. So I formed the wire to that tire profile. I set this tool up to an 18-inch diameter wheel, and up top here, if you look, I have it set for an 8-inch wide wheel with a 4-inch back spacing is where I set this tool up. And so now all I have to do is rotate it around and make sure it's not hitting anywhere. And the closest point I have is going to be right there with the tie rod, which is, I don't know, about a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch off. So that should be enough. And as I swing it around, it clears everything back here just fine. So that's the size that I'm going to be looking for. 245 35 18 with a 4-inch backspace, 8-inch wide rim. And so what I can do is turn it to the left, turn it to the right, swing it around, make sure there's no interference, plenty of clearance. Let me turn it the other way. All right, got it turned the other way. Just do a little rotation here. You can see, like I was saying before, the closest spot is this steering knuckle with the tie rod in, but still clears it, no problem, doesn't brush against it. Clears back here, no rubbing on the frame. Still got quite a bit of room between the frame and that tire profile there. So I don't really have any concerns that this isn't gonna fit. So that's what the tool is made for, and it seems to be doing a pretty good job at it. Now what I'm gonna do for the back, I'm gonna keep it set at 18-inch wheel, but I'm gonna change this to a 10-inch wide with I don't know what back spacing. I'll just check out the back spacing. I forgot I had this tool sitting on the shelf, and I'm glad I remembered it because this setup is pretty easy. All right, I went ahead and got this set up on the back wheel. What I did was, it might be kind of hard to see, but I moved this over to a 5-inch back spacing right here. And then on this side, I changed it up to a 10-inch wide wheel. So that's 11 there, the 10 right here where this arrow is. And it's still set on an 18. I jacked up the suspension some. Let me zoom out again. So I've got some tension on there to simulate ride height. And if you look, looks like there's plenty of clearance front outside and the inside. And I did a best guesstimate on this. I went to like 12.5 inches before I came down with the bend for the sidewall. And you know, that's gonna be, I think for a 315, I think we can make it work with a 10. If not, I'll go 295s. I'll have to go back and look at the video. I couldn't really see from the other side, but I don't think it came anywhere close to hitting anything, so I'm gonna call that good. So I just need to see what size rims are available for the one that I want. All right, just a quick update. The wheel that I want doesn't actually come in a 18x8 with a 4-inch backspace. The lowest they have on backspace is a 4.5 inch. So I took the Wheelrite tool and I set it to a 4.5 inch backspace, and that's how close it gets to the tie rod end and the steering knuckle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna order one off of Amazon and throw it up here and see how it fits. I mean, there's not a whole lot of room right there at all. Right in here, but I'm gonna get one anyways just to see how it fits. Worst case scenario, I'll just send it back. All right, went ahead and ordered me this VN510 American Racing wheel from Amazon. It just showed up. Box is a little bit beat up. I'm about to open it up and see what the wheel looks like inside. Kind of beat up, but go ahead and open this thing. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh, it is pretty. Wow, that looks good. Looks like they got one center cap. Here's another one. So they give you a spare. That's pretty cool. Well, I want to get this thing out of here and see if it's gonna fit. I need to pull that spacer off, or that adapter plate. I was also doing a test fitting of my wheel inner fender, and looks like that's gonna do pretty good. Because what I was thinking is I'm gonna get another battery tray. I'll bolt the battery tray in here and I'll use that to kind of build brackets and stuff off of for things that I need to tap into the killer chiller and into the AC lines and all that stuff. So I think that's how I'm gonna end up building my brackets and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull this fender down and mock up that wheel. All right, moment of truth, y'all. We're about to see if it fits or if it's too wide. Look at that. It looks like it clears. I was gonna go with some chrome wheels, same type pattern to kind of go with my front bumper and kind of the trim that I have going on here. But I thought these might look better with the paint job that I have. So y'all let me know in the comments what you think. I think they look pretty good. And they fit on here just right, and I don't have to worry about my hub actually sticking out too far or anything like that. They actually fit really, really well on here, that surprised me. I was worried about my hub sticking out too far, or, you know, for some reason not clearing, but man, they clear just fine. They clear the caliper for the disc brake. That's awesome. I think we might be in business here. Let me show y'all how close this is. Look at that. that's a tight fit. Like I said, I'm worried about that rubber, but maybe I'll get lucky. We'll see what the tire does. But if we look at this, yeah, these are 245 35s and these are 20s. And I mean, the tire doesn't really bulge out from the rim, like almost at all. Maybe a little bit on the back side, but I mean, not much at all. Look at that. So we might be in business here. All right, y'all, I'm trying to fit my rims on here. And as you can see, on the driver's side, I've got somewhere between 5/8 and 3/4 of an inch. And on the passenger side, I've got a good 1 3/4 inches. So almost 2 inches on this side, barely 3/4 of an inch on the other side. So I think the way to adjust this, since I had my pinion angle already set before, is to adjust these at the same frequency, the same amount of turns, to shift the whole axle over a little bit so I can center it up and have it evenly on both sides. And if you look at the drive shaft, you can see it's actually closer towards the exhaust system on the passenger side than it is the driver's side. So hopefully that'll square that up a little bit better once I move the axle. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is center my rear end here. And what I want to do is I want to pull this side in a little bit and push the driver's side out. And so what I need to do is loosen up the jam nuts on both of the upper control arms. And what I have to do, since I already have my pinion angle set, I have to move them in the same amount of adjustments. So loosen one and tighten the other the same amount of turns. So I'm gonna take the Sharpie real quick and mark the adjuster on there all the way around, number 1 through 6 on the adjuster, just so I know where my turns are. All right, got those marked. Now I need to go ahead and loosen up those jam nuts. I might just line it up with the wheel and see if you guys can watch it moving at all. So you can see the gap there pretty good. We'll go ahead and loosen up and start making the adjustments. All right, I got them loosened up. Let's see what happens when I adjust here. Looks like we got about 1 1/4 inch on this side. Let me go check the other side. And we've got about 1 1/4 inch on this side too, maybe about 1 inch. I can probably come over a little bit more. 1 full turn, according to UMI, 1 complete turn is about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna do another 1 full turn here. Inch and 1/8. I'm gonna call that good. It looks much more centered now than it did before. It was very, very close to that muffler, more so than what it is. But now it looks, to me, it looks a lot better. And it looks a lot more centered. I'm gonna call that good as far as centering the rear end. I've got about 1 1/8 inches on both sides.
So much better than where I started out. All right, everyone, I've got the rear end centered up, got the El Camino back on the ground. Let's take a walk around and look at what I have here. So I went with American Racing VN510s, flow formed aluminum. These are 18x10s with some Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's on here, 295 30 18s. Pretty sticky. And then fronts 245 40 18s on the same tire. And I've got full range, lock to lock on the steering wheel without any clearance issues. That's locked right there. Plenty of clearance all the way around. See, it's clearing that fender just fine. Clearing this one just fine. I need to get the inner fender in here to make sure everything's good here. It's a little bit close right in here. I don't know how that's going to look when I get the inner fender on, but we can make some modifications if needed. Same on this side. Clearance all the way around. I like the stance on it, the way it's sitting. Sits pretty good, nice and low. And I like the way that the wheel tucks a little bit on the inside of, you know, the flare there, fender flare. I can get my fingers in here, no problem. So, but yeah, let's take one look at it from back up, get a full shot of how it looks and stance and all that, and let me know what you guys think about those American Racing wheels and the way it's sitting, the way it looks, down in the comments. So once again, I'm gonna say that's a win for the Wheelrite tool. If you're trying to get some wheels to fit, definitely pick up that tool if you're unsure. It'll get you there. Yeah, make sure y'all listen. That's like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell for new videos. Thanks for watching Cars and Joshy. Josh out.